action on D.C.'s criminal justice system. Let's go straight out live to reporter John Gonzalez on Capitol Hill to talk about a bill that could end cashless bail here in the nation's capital. John, good morning. Let's get into it.
That's right, Adam. Good morning. A controversial move, and after hours of debate here on Capitol Hill Wednesday, this resolution was passed by the House, which could really change how suspects, defendants are treated while in police custody here in the District of Columbia. The final count was 237 to 179, the vote coming just before 10 o'clock last night. Now, for decades, D.C. has relied on cashless bail, allowing judges to release suspects based on risk rather than money. This bill would require cash bail for most defendants and pretrial detention for those charged with violent crimes in the city. Supporters, including President Trump and U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro, say it's needed to keep dangerous offenders off the streets. Well, Democrats like Representative Glenn Ivey warn it undermines local control, and he says it could be unconstitutional.
The Supreme Court said that there's a variety of safeguards that have been put in place, but the way this bill is drafted, none of those safeguards could come into play because the initial provision as it's written makes all of those superfluous and says that no matter what, if these charges arise, the person has to be detained for the entire pretrial period.
Look, everyone in this country has seen, and we see it in big cities, and we've certainly seen it in D.C., that these offenders are released to reoffend, and reoffend again. And if the judges have the ability to make sure that these defendants are detained, they're not doing it.
Now, senior D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton was on the House floor yesterday during the debate and the vote, and she did speak, calling this an undemocratic move and paternalistic, defending cashless bail. Now, the House passage moves this over to the Senate side, and the debate over public safety and local control will continue here for the District of Columbia. Reporting live, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
Meantime, on Capitol Hill this morning, lawmakers are taking aim at D.C.'s police reforms. Reporter John Gonzalez is live with the latest on 2 bills that could roll back key changes to police oversight in D.C. John, good morning.
Adriana, good morning to you. And when it comes to police reform, supporters of this legislation, including the D.C. Police Union, say that recent changes to police reform in the city have made it harder for police officers to do their job. And this vote also came late last night. The House approving the Clean D.C. Act bill that could reverse police reforms adopted after the George Floyd protest a couple of years ago, passing 233 to 190 last night. The legislation would rescind public access to disciplinary records and let the police union negotiate over disciplinary matters. Supporters say easing restrictions on use of force and giving officers more access to body camera footage before reporting incidents will improve safety. Well, D.C. leaders, including Mayor Muriel Bowser and Attorney General Brian Schwab, issued a rare joint statement calling the bill unprecedented federal overreach and an affront to home rule, they say. Democrats warn Congress is acting like a, quote, super city council micromanaging D.C. from afar.
It eliminates responsibility and accountability and transparency as it relates to what the police do in our city. And that's a dangerous place.
This law stripped law enforcement officers of many tools needed to execute their duties safely and without fear of retribution, as well as limited their options in situations of life or death.
So it passed the House last night. Now the focus turns to the Senate and potential presidential action. This debate will likely shape policing and public safety in D.C. for years to come. Reporting live on Capitol Hill, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
Now, that's just one. There are several other bills already passed by the House focused on D.C.'s justice system, and here's what they would do. First, change the rules around police discipline. Limit the council's say in criminal sentencing laws. Reduce the age of a youth offender from 24 to 18. Make 14 the minimum age that somebody can be tried as an adult for some crimes. And leave police pursuits up to an officer's discretion, which would roll back significant restrictions that are in place right now.